me. So the state of the world, huh? Not really great, not doing too hot. I mean, the world is too hot, which is an issue in and of itself. Just, you know, doesn't feel good. You know, every time that you open up like Twitter or TikTok, or you turn on the TV and you're flipping through channels, there's always at least like 8 posts or commercials or, you know, news shows that are like, the world is over. Really hard to not go crazy and insane when you're just completely bombarded with all of this awful news. But believe it or not, there is good news out there, as impossible as it may be. And you know, some of this good news is literally just something as, I don't want to say dumb, but like as trivial as like, it's spring. You know, I can go outside and there's so many trees and flowers and just all of this color. But there's some more good news, and this is gonna be like a kind of quick video in like terms of my standards. I have a couple of good news stories. Now, in order to keep this like semi-short, I'm not going to be sitting here and reading like the entire article, but you know, just a headline and then like a couple of things that I thought that were important to share from it. I'm going to put all of the links in the description anyway, so if you really want to, you can go and read it. This one is about plants. You know, little succulents, cacti, elephant ears. They teach you like a little sense of like responsibility and like schedule about like remembering to water them. Not only are they good at that, but some studies are showing that rooms filled with them can help protect us against cold and flus. This is hoping, like, I don't want to really say like debated, but it's like not established yet by scientists. But some researchers in Australia, their findings prove that it's pretty compelling that plants can help disinfect the air. So get on out there and get some plant friends. Just don't kill them. They can talk. Now, this isn't really talking as like humans do. They emit sounds that are too high-pitched for us humans to hear, but if you're like a bat or a mouse, smart people, scientists, have attached little microphones to plants, and this has been like done before, I know, and like talked about a whole lot, how plants like emit sounds. It sounds like popcorn popping. If you want to feel like you're a little rat or you're another plant, you can just put on some popcorn kernels and just sit back, close your eyes, and imagine that you are a daisy. Now, they make sounds whether they're stressed or not, but when they're unstressed, they only make 1 per every hour. But if they haven't been watered for 5 days, you know, if you're really neglectful of your plants, or you cut their leaves, you know, just injured, or other stressors. For this study, it says that they cut leaves and didn't water them for 5 days, and then they had like perfectly healthy plants. They emit up to a dozen sounds every hour. So if you really want your plants to take care of you and to help keep you not only well mentally and emotionally, but physically, by disinfecting the air, and you don't want to be the first victim of a plant uprising, you need to take care of them. It's uprising and taking over the entire world and getting back at everyone who completely abandoned them and mistreated them is scary for the future, because, you know, it could happen, but it probably won't. But something that will happen that is related to the future is vaccines can now come in puffs of air instead of needles. As someone who has like never had a good experience with needles themselves, this is going to be like really amazing if it does get made. Is this really good for people who have like extreme needle fears, or just don't like needles, or kids who are scared? You know, they're also keeping the vaccines as powders that can be stored at room temperature, as opposed to the liquids that need to be stored at like extreme, not really freezing temperatures, but like cold temperatures. It does say that the puff of air from the like machine feels like you're being hit with a Nerf gun, but I feel like I would take being hit by a Nerf gun over having a sore arm for days and feeling just downright awful up until you get the needle. Now, moving on to something a little bit different, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Yeah, that big old chunk of just pure trash and garbage in the ocean. just cleaned up 220 tons of just like pure garbage and trash and stuff that can like be recycled and reused from it. And with new data, the CEO and founder, Bahan Slats, believes that it can be cleaned up within the decade. So that's like kind of insane. Something that feels like it's been there forever can be possibly cleaned up within our lifetimes. Last but very certainly not least, a dog named Felix and a goat named Cinnamon are the very best of friends. They were dropped off at a shelter because the owner was sick and couldn't really care for them, and they are just spending every single waking hour of time together. And the shelter isn't like really equipped to handle goats, but because they are completely inseparable and would cry for each other when they were apart, they decided that if they get adopted, they have to be adopted together as a team. And I just think that's really cute. Not only that a goat and a dog are best friends, but that a dog has an insanely human name like Felix. Yeah, that's going to do it for me for this video. This is only an incredibly small fraction of the good news that has happened and is happening and will happen in the future. And I'm pretty sure that if you look around, you can find your own little bit of good news in your life, even if it's something incredibly personal, like I got an A on a test, or even if it's, hey, I got a passing grade on a test that I thought that I completely flunked. Or you look outside and you see a really cool cloud or a flower, or you see a squirrel running and playing in the grass. You know, even if it's something as simple as that. I'm going to be in the Discord, and if you feel like you want to share any good news that you've experienced or seen or have heard of, you can feel free to hop on in. Link is in the description per usual as every single video, and you can share it there or you can comment it. But for now, bye!